Oh, it's an early one today. My God, it's an early one today. I don't think there exists enough coffee in the country of Brazil or Colombia to make today any better. And it looks like we're live. Hello, how are you going? Welcome to Turn15 channel, round 21 of the F1 World Championship from Brazil, from Interlagos in Sao Paulo. One of the best racetracks of the year, one of the best racetracks in the world, in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic little cauldron of excitement is the Interlagos track. Brilliant up and down and all around. Should be a great race because generally it produces some absolutely fantastic racing. In this corner of the world produces a lot of strange weather as well, which we're starting to see. It's been drizzling all morning in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It was absolutely flooding with rain overnight from Friday to Saturday. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun for the race. It was a very it was a fun enough sprint. It was a couple of really big incidences in the sprint, actually. A wet curb throughout three of the runners, including championship protagonist Oscar Piastri, and Gabriel Bortoleto had an almighty shunt at the end of it, which I have now figured out was because the silly bugger left his DRS open when he dived to the inside for a move, and Alex Albon sent his car into the wall, sent his car across the track and into the other wall at a humongous speed. So glad to see Gabriel Bortoleto is not only okay, but actually is going to be racing today. That car was totally fucked, so it's amazing to see what Sauber Audi has done to it. It's actually running again. Amazing. Either way, speaking of qualifying for yesterday, Lando Norris is on pole again. Kimi Antonelli is second again. So a repeat of the sprint front row for today's Grand Prix. Then Leclerc in third, Piastri fourth, Hadjar an amazing fifth. Once again, Isaac Hadjar's turning it up this year. Then George Russell sixth, Liam Lawson, great result for him in seventh, Behrman eighth, Gasly ninth, Hulkenberg 10th. Bit of a mix of qualifying there. Having a Sauber and an Alpine and a Haas and both the Racing Bulls in there. A couple of big names missing. A couple of really big names missing, and I'll get to them. Alonso in 11th, Albon in 12th, Lewis Hamilton 13th, 10 places below his teammate. It's still not working for Lewis at Ferrari. He said after qualifying, basically the weekend is a write-off again. He's not blaming himself this time, which is, nice to see that he's maybe getting out of a little bit of a slump, but he's definitely not happy. He's not happy with the team. He's not happy with the way things are going. I don't think anybody's really happy with how it's going for him at Ferrari. They're paying him a lot of money, and he's not really done a lot this year. So for all different reasons, it's just not working out. Lance Stroll starting 14th, Carlos Sainz 15th, Colapinto, newly re-signed Colapinto in 16th, then Tsunoda 17th. The struggle continues. Bortoleto 18th after his massive smash yesterday, and starting from the pit lane today, Verstappen and Esteban Ocon. Verstappen has a setup change and a new power unit coming, so we'll expect him to come flying through the field. Well, hopefully he can come flying through the field, because he's really going to need to, because otherwise his championship looks absolutely fucked. The unlikely comeback looks like it might be coming to a grinding halt. Really needed to finish ahead of both the McLarens for the rest of the year. Couldn't manage it last time out in Mexico. Didn't manage it yesterday in the sprints. At least he finished ahead of Piastri, who didn't finish, but that was it. And Lando Norris has been dumping a lot of points on Max Verstappen. Max is now 39 points off of Lando Norris in the lead of the championship. 39 points now. There's still, including today, 4 Grand Prix and 1 sprint to go. But time is running out very quickly for Max Verstappen to be able to do anything. It's looking unlikely, and it's looking very likely that Lando Norris has absolutely refound his form and is really turning it up. Won last time out in Mexico, just crushed the field, won the sprint yesterday. Great result for him. Resisted all the pressure from Kimi Antonelli, got it home, once again is on pole. So for my money today, and it's a long race ahead and anything could happen, but it's a great position for Lando Norris to be starting from pole. Let's see how it goes for him. I'd say Max Verstappen is the one to watch today. What can he achieve starting from the pit lane? Oh, you're back to causing mischief, are you? Come on. It wouldn't be a Turn 15 stream without a little interference from this little fuzzball. Huh? You excited for the race? You don't even know who's racing, do you? Either way, any more news? We're about only a couple of minutes from the race start, actually, which is lovely. I remember last year, it was a delayed start. There was a massive start, actually, last year. Lance Stroll went off on the way to the grid and then beached the car. And that was a big red flag, a big delayed start procedure. And then there was all the mix-up of should they go or shouldn't they go with an aborted start, and what a mess. But it looks like, God willing, we'll actually get underway on time today. Speaking of the time, my God, it's early. It's really early, so I tell you, being an F1 fan, being an F1 tragic like I am, and just being here, being present for a live race every single time, it is punishing this part of the year. When F1 is just stuck in North and South America, I tell you, it's something else to be waking up around this time of the day. So let's hope for it's a good race. Let's hope for my sake, at the very least, it's a good race. Now, any other news? Went through a little bit yesterday. I might revisit some topics today. Not a whole lot happened overnight, to be honest. Felipe Massa versus the FIA has been heard in the UK. Judgment for it is coming. I feel for Felipe Massa. I think he should have been the 2008 champion. I think if Lewis Hamilton managed to get 8 championship points from a race that was fixed, I think that result should not count for the championship. I think everybody should keep Alonso should keep the win, even though it was his team conspiring for it. I don't think Alonso officially was never part of all of that, so he had nothing to do with it. I think he should be able to keep the win. Lewis should keep the podium. Nico Rosberg, I think, was on the podium as well that day. He should keep that podium. All of those stats should count, but I don't think that race should have counted towards the championship. I think it should have been thrown out. There's a lot of lore to F1, I think. A lot of ancient lore. 2007 also arguably could have been Lewis Hamilton's championship as well, if not for a couple of things that just didn't go his way either in 2007 on the track, but also in Brazil. A little bit of fuel temperature trickery after the race, which didn't result in anything. Either way, I feel for Felipe Massa. To me, he should be the 2008 champion as the formation lap gets underway, but he's not going to get it. They're absolutely not going to overturn the result of the championship, so he just basically now is looking for financial compensation for what he believes he would and should have earned being a champion, as opposed to never being a champion now. Starting tyres, we've got Antonelli, Hadjar, Lawson, Behrman, Gasly, Hamilton, Sainz and Bortoletto on the softs. Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda, Verstappen and Ocon on the hards. Everybody else on the medium, so a nice little mix there. Looks like a few different strategies could be coming into play today, which is always nice. It always spices things up. Looks like everybody has gotten going from the grid as well. Let's see if there's any more shenanigans coming from the guys on the grid. So the pit lane should be opening soon. Max and Ocon should follow them around. It's not the longest. I mean, here we go. Max and Ocon still just now are leaving the pit lane. Well, Lando Norris is almost near the end of the lap. It's a very short lap, this one. I mean, it's about it's 4.3 Ks the circuit, but they tend to get around here quite quickly. A couple of very long straights means that they really don't hang around. It's not twisty or anything like that, like, say, a Hungary. It is, for the most part, just hammer down and go. This track, it's fantastic. Just look how many people are there as well. My goodness. What in the world have they built inside the track there? I've never seen it so filled like that. My goodness, they really pack them in nowadays, don't they? I'm always kind of surprised just how popular this sport has gotten in the last few years. I mean, I love it. I totally understand it, but I just... Is it all Netflix? Could it possibly all be Netflix? Because, I mean, 2021 was a fantastic title race, but there hasn't really been a massively compelling championship race ever since. The people are still just drawn to it, you know, they're really coming into it. That's Lando, pulls up to his grid slot, so he's in. I wonder if he's lining it up with any tape on the wall. So, any other news bits? I think we'll get to it all. Get to it all in due time. I don't think there's anything really massive coming out of the F1 world overnight. Any lulls in the action, I might talk about other things that are capturing my imagination in Formula One land. Alright, so Max and Ocon back into the pits. Like I said, it's a short lap. Here we go. The start will be coming. Green flag at the back. 1, 2, 3 lights, 4, 5. There we go. Decent start out of Norris. Antonelli not really going anywhere. Now let's keep an eye on Piastri. Piastri will not be able to jump up. Oh, he's side by side with Hadjar though. No, Piastri's going to stay ahead. Oh, bit of a squeeze. Lewis Hamilton's dropped right down at the back. What in the world happened to Lewis? Down into turn 4. Bit of a squeeze, but everyone looks mostly well behaved. I don't know what in the world happened to Lewis Hamilton, but he is way at the back. Way at the back. Verstappen and Ocon join on. Ooh, who's that? Is that Fernando Alonso going quite wide? Side by side with Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, it's going to squeeze. Hulkenberg out onto the curb. Looks like the Williams might get by him here. Yellow flag on the track. Who's this? Bortoleto, I think. Bortoleto has nosed it into the wall there. Nah, that wheel's fucked. Okay, so Bortoleto's done. We'll see if he can actually get going again, but that front left wheel looked absolutely fucked. Now, I wonder how on earth he's gotten into that wall. Oh, very, very close there. George Russell and Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson, who has gotten ahead of George Russell there, so a decent start for Liam. Nah, that'll be a safety car surely for Bortoleto. Yeah, there it is. Safety car has been called. What's happening with Lewis Hamilton? The wing is off him. I wonder if he's had okay, so I wonder if Lewis Hamilton and Bortoleto have gotten together. I mean, they were sort of... They didn't start together, but they certainly were travelling together around the back of the pack. Now, is anybody going to pit early here? Okay, so replay of the start. Norris nailed the start. I tell you, Lando's been getting his starts right lately. Completely at odds to what he's been doing all season. Now, ooh, yeah, Lewis looks like he just went wide into turn 1. It looked like he was catching the car. I wonder if he got a little tap there. Here we go, on board with Hamilton. Looked like a reasonable start out of him. Sort of blocked off a little bit by Alonso ahead of him, nowhere to go. Contact, yeah. So he did get a nudge from behind, did Lewis. And then just, yeah, shoved to the outside, nowhere really to go. Here's Bortoleto. Oh, Bortoleto just, yeah, ran out of room. Nah, it's a real shame. No, yeah, Bortoleto just squeezed out by Stroll there. Pushed me out as if I was not there. He went really up next to Stroll though. Ooh, that's what happened to Lewis. He's just made contact with Colapinto. So he tucks up really close behind him. Is going to pull to the inside to try to... Yeah, no, just totally misjudged it. Lewis, what the fuck, mate? I mean, it might be a crisis unity for Lewis Hamilton here. He can change off the softs, maybe put on hards and just see if he can run it to the end. It looks like that's what he's done. He's put on the hards. Yuki Tsunoda's also pitted. Put on medium tyres. I think they're the only two who have pitted. Oh, the cars are taking the escape road there as well. I've never seen them do that before. It's Gabriel looking at... It's not been a good home weekend for Gabriel Bortoleto. Massive crash yesterday. Fighting for the fringes of a top 10 and then out on lap 1 today. You know, that sucks, but that happens sometimes. First time we've had a Brazilian in the Brazilian GP since, what, Felipe Massa, I think, in 17. And there goes Lewis. That was clumsy out of Lewis Hamilton, I got to tell you. I wondered if he'd maybe collected a bit of Bortoleto, because he was quite close to Gabriel going into that corner. But no, it was just proper misjudgment. I mean, a lot of the time you see him cut really, really close when they're going to overtake some guys. Sometimes I just wonder how on earth they don't clip their wings off, that they ride so close to each other on the straights when they're jinking and pulling out really late, going for a pass. But no, just totally misjudged there by Lewis Hamilton. Now this is on board with Carlos Sainz, so he had a great start, just kind of nowhere to go, a little bit of a squeeze. Albon on the inside, Hamilton on the outside, you can't really do anything there. It didn't look like he really made any drastic steering adjustments there, just the room sort of ran out. So this is Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, I mean, there's just kind of no room there for Lewis. Sir Lewis, sorry, I should be saying. Just no room at the end. No, I mean, that's a shame. Well, he already said the weekend was a write-off, and well, he's true to his word, isn't he? That's a hell of a start out of Pierre Gasly, actually. Like I was saying, I don't know how on earth they don't wipe their wings out more when they're fighting so close to each other. Gasly absolutely hanging on to it, and this will be Behrman getting by him into turn 1. Yep, and then a safety car would have come out right after that. So crucial pass for Ollie Behrman there. Yeah. Feel for Gabriel Bortoleto, but he'll get another crack at it. He's had a great season so far. He's had a cracking season so far, and next year he'll be turning up not in that disgusting green Sauber. He'll be turning up in a lovely slick Audi. Hamilton radio, is the floor okay? Yeah, damage confirmed on the floor. Lewis is saying he's lost a lot of downforce, rear's not stable. So that would have been a mix of copying bits of wing at high speed on the straight, but also that little nudge from Carlos Sainz probably took a chunk out of the floor near the rear left as well. Safety car is ending. Here we go. So at the end of lap 5, nice little clean up and away we go. Now let's keep an eye on Kimi Antonelli, because he was really giving Lando Norris some grief yesterday, keeping up very well. In fact, Antonelli, I think, had his, even for a sprint, it was his race of the year yesterday. So let's see what he can do today. We'll see how it plays out over a whole Grand Prix distance, but Antonelli might actually really be a dark horse today. Look at Lando holding them all up. He doesn't want to go too early, but he's going now. You really don't want to go too early at this track, because that is a long... Oh, Kimi Antonelli, bad restart. Oscar Piastri, they're going to contact. Oh my goodness. They're going to contact, and they did. Charles Leclerc's fucked. Nah, his tyres come off. So Leclerc absolutely fucked. Kimi Antonelli has been knocked. Oh my goodness. Absolutely all fell apart there. Kimi Antonelli somehow is holding on to third. Piastri's got a copper penalty for that. Oh, look at the Racing Bulls side by side now. Forget Dark Horse. He's the cork in the bottle now. That will be a yellow flag. Leclerc looks like he's stopped running. That could well be a safety car. Might be a VSC, but I wonder if there's enough debris at turn 1, it could be a full safety car. Big squeeze into the hairpins. Ah, that was awful by Oscar. Yeah, Leclerc, front left suspension is broken. Absolutely a disaster for Ferrari. Absolute disaster of a weekend. It's a shame for Leclerc, because starting third, he could really have done something today. I mean, Oscar, you'd have to go for the move. You really, really have to go for the move. You can't afford to just stick behind Kimi Antonelli and not get by him, but fuck, that move was kind of just never on, and it is a VSC after all. Oh yeah, so Charles Leclerc's pulled right off the track. They should be able to recover that, no problem. Fuck, that's a bad move out of Oscar. That is bad, bad, bad stuff out of Oscar. Now here we go, replay the start. So Antonelli caught napping a little bit. Leclerc to one side, Oscar to another. Big lock up. Yeah, nah, Oscar's going to cop a penalty for that. What are we thinking? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that. Yeah. Oscar, this is it. I mean, the Iceman, I think, has not just cracked but melted. Oh. I mean, he kind of has to go for it. Oscar there, he's sort of forced into that. Antonelli's had a laggy restart, which is sort of... It's helped Charles Leclerc and it's helped Oscar Piastri just leap past him, but... Yeah, that's big damage for Charles Leclerc. That race is over in a heartbeat. That's a shame. It's a real shame. Oscar, yeah, just... kind of nowhere to go. He's sort of forced into there and there's kind of nowhere to go. Piastri, he left me no space. Yeah, I understand that, but you still took him out. I think that contact, the fact that there was contact and that it's put a Ferrari out, I think he is going to end up eating a penalty for that. Max with a lovely double overtake there on the restart. Alright, so here we go. Max Verstappen, though, still showing his last. Oh, he's pitted. Okay, there we go. There he is, he's pitted. I was wondering there, like, he did a double overtake. How in the world has he lost those positions? Because he's gone through the pit lane. Oh, okay, so Max had a puncture. That was not a planned stop then. Shit. That's a shame. I mean, new tyres under a VSC, that's pretty good. At least he's got that, but, you know, if he's picked up a puncture... I mean, if he's picked up a puncture, then that tells me there's debris at turn 1. They might need to run a full safety car if they're going to get rid of it all. Well, no, VSC is ending. How about that? The good thing is, because the pack is still so bunched up, they should be able to get rid of all that debris. Oh, here we go. And it's restarted just as Lando Norris is coming across the start-finish line. Keeps Piastri behind him. Now, I would expect Piastri's going to be getting in. Ooh, side by side back there. That's George Russell on Liam Lawson. So it looks like George has actually got by Liam there. Oh, it's been a bad restart for Gasly. Now, I wonder if Piastri's going to eat a penalty, I wonder if McLaren are going to tell Norris to move aside. Although, I get the feeling Lando's not going to be playing ball. He's not going to do that. Antonelli, Kimi, we think the car is fine. Well, let's see. Let's see how fine it is. We'll see how well he can channel that. I reckon Kimi, if the car is with him, Kimi's going to be driving angry now. So watch out from behind, Oscar. My goodness, alright. Well, that was... We're on to lap 10 already. That's quite a start. Live Drivers' Championship. Now, what I would say is also, I tell you what, it's lap 10, so don't even be worrying about, oh, Tsunoda Stroll turn 8 collision noted. Alright. We'll see if they're going to note the turn 1 collision as well. That was quite a bit more high profile. Yeah, what was I saying? Don't be paying any attention to the Live Driver Championship tracker right now. There's still a long, long way to go. Crucially, Norris right now is 9 points ahead of Oscar Piastri in the championship, so Oscar really, really needs to get something working today. Desperately needs to get something working, because this is the business end of the year. If he falls 16 points ahead behind... Well, it's certainly not impossible. We've seen that. But it does make it difficult. I'll tell you what as well, if Piastri does end up copping a penalty, look who's running 4th right now. 5th, George Russell right behind. Liam Lawson keeping somewhat up with both of them. This could well be for the podium here. So we'll see what Hadjar can do here. He's falling a little bit behind Kimi Antonelli. And George is not going to want to let Kimi go here. Is that Lewis Hamilton and Franco Colapinto having a little battle? Colapinto stays ahead. Yeah, race control has noted Oscar Piastri. I get the feeling it's going to be a penalty. It's just a matter of whether it's 5 or 10 seconds, or if they want to go even harder than that. I couldn't imagine that they would. Oscar's going to argue that he was left no room. He was kind of... I mean, I got a bit of sympathy there. He was kind of forced in there because Kimi Antonelli's restart was so laggy, but... You know, if you're going to put it in, you got to make it work. That's what she said. George Russell having a look, doesn't get it done. Oh, he's close though. Very, very close to Hadjar here through turn 3. Very, very close. With the DRS open as well. And George is by. Now that is crucial. That could well be for a podium position here. on board with Max Verstappen, so that's what, Lewis Hamilton ahead of him. Oh, this will be fun. I mean, 2021 was a good few years ago now, but no love lost there, I think, between the two. It's a strange one between them. They had such an amazing 10-second time penalty for Tsunoda causing a collision. Well, that's a shame for them. I'm not sure I've seen that. Was that on a replay, the Tsunoda thing? I don't remember seeing that at all. Ooh, Behrman on the inside of Lawson. That's a great move out of Ollie. That's a fantastic move. Ooh, Max Verstappen on Lewis Hamilton. Nails it to turn one. It's a shame these two. They had such an amazing fight in 2021. Like, just such a titanic all-timer of a championship fight. On the track, off the track. It was absolutely brilliant. And then just fate, life, I guess. Hamilton struggled at Mercedes after that with the new rule set. Max Verstappen just ran away with everything. Now Lewis is at Ferrari just floundering. Max is doing his own thing with Red Bull again. They've never quite come together like they did in that one fantastic season. I get the feeling now Lewis Hamilton is so broken that I wonder what a championship fight would even look like between these two anymore. Ooh, yeah, well that's definitely, yeah, that's absolutely. Around goes Stroll after a tap from Tsunoda. Well, that's probably curtains on Yuki Tsunoda's Red Bull career right there. And look at that, Max past Colapinto. Tsunoda's right ahead of him, who's going to offer zero resistance here. I wonder how far Max could get here. If he can get to 6th, I mean, just looking ahead of him, the Racing Bulls I think would pull aside and let Max go. So if he can get to 8, there's no reason that he shouldn't. If he can get to 8, should be able to get to 7th. Then if he can get to 6th, should be able to get to 5th. Let's see. There we go. Science Hamilton turn 1 noted. Hamilton complaining about the grip of the car. Let's not forget that he's lost a bunch of downforce at the back. He's just he's on a hiding to nothing here. Oh, Max Verstappen goes flying by Yuki Tsunoda. So Yuki doing the needful there. Hamilton in the pits. Is he going to retire? Yeah, sounds like he's going to retire the car. Disaster for Ferrari. Absolute disaster. No, they've changed the tyres and they're sending him back out. I wonder what they've done there. Maybe they're getting him definitely new tyres. Maybe a little bit of wing or something. Said here, try this. That'll work. That'll be just fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, at this point, Hamilton is so far beyond. He's way at the back of the pack. Way at the back of the pack. He's just kind of on a hiding to nothing here, so if they do retire the car, you know. I suppose they're just going to tell him now, just stick out there, just see what you can get, and if you don't like the car in 10 laps time, then pull it in. I'm just seeing little bits of shit flying around. It doesn't even look like tyre marbles or anything. Hamilton Colapinto incident noted. Turn 15, how about that? So that's when Lewis wiped out his wing. I don't know if there's any reason to really punish Lewis for that. He's definitely come out the wrong side of it, unless they're thinking that Colapinto swiped Lewis. at the front, but I don't think it looked like that at all. Yeah, Piastri 10-second penalty, there we go. Well, it was 10 seconds after all, so that will absolutely, I mean, it's going to completely fuck his win. Now, the big question is, Papaya rules, Antonelli is about 2 seconds behind. Norris is 3 seconds ahead of Piastri. Antonelli is a further 2 seconds behind. Will McLaren tell Norris to let Piastri by to help him build a gap? And will Lando, if they were to ask that, would Lando do it? Max on the inside of the Sauber of Hulkenberg nails it. Max up to 12th already. Now let's keep in mind, Max won the race from 17th on the grid yesterday. No, last year. Yesteryear. So it's definitely possible. If anybody could do it, it's Max. But I think he definitely got helped by a lot of the weather last year. Also the fact that Lando just... I mean, this was the scene where his championship really imploded last year. This year it looks like his teammates' championship is going to implode. .3 seconds, Norris to Piastri. No further investigation. Sainz Hamilton into turn 1. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying before, it just looked like nobody really moved erratically. The room just kind of ran out. Here we go, Verstappen. Alonso. Oh, a little squeeze, but nothing bad. Sainz in the pits. Max is by... They are each other's biggest fans, I think, Verstappen and Alonso. Always complimentary of each other in the press. Genuine fans of each other, I think they are. Verstappen's always said that Alonso was one of the greatest ever, and, well, definitely good wheel knowledge out of Max Verstappen there. I mean, for me, Fernando Alonso was one of the all-time, just in terms of stats, one of the all-time underachievers in Formula One. And the fact that a guy with more than 30 wins has underachieved is just, well, that's a phenomenal statement. So here's a replay, just the restart, yeah, Oscar. I mean, kind of there's nowhere for him to go, but at the same time, he's locked up, he's out of control, and then he's into the side of Antonelli, so... Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can't do that. You just cannot do that. You cannot take out a car that's ahead of you, even if you have been kind of squeezed in there. So Hadjar in the pits, Gasly in the pits as well. Gasly out of the pits and Lewis Hamilton right behind him. So Hamilton is a little bit on the move here. He's definitely not dropped any time to Lando Norris at the front, so he's found some kind of speed with those tyres. Now... Lawson in the pits, so everybody really doing the pit stop shuffle here. It's going to be a little bit of sorting out after all of this. I think Russell and Antonelli is the crucial one to watch here because they have a divergent strategy. soft tyres versus medium, so I would imagine Antonelli will be pitting first. Then we'll see what the medium tyres will do. Lando Norris being told it's either plan B or plan D that they're thinking about. Plan C is out the fucking window. Verstappen now catching up to Albon. That's for 5th place, but let's keep in mind neither of these guys have pitted yet. Well, no, that's not true. Verstappen had his pit earlier, but that was unplanned, wasn't it? Actually, that's an interesting thing, because Verstappen really is out of sequence now with everybody else in terms of pit stops. So he's going to have to try to stretch his strategy out, I think, to make it work. Oscar just being told that he's had his 10-second penalty. Oh, here we go. Kimi Antonelli in the pits. That was a good pit stop too. 2.2 seconds. He'd barely stopped and then he was on his way again. So, Kimi Antonelli will be coming out. Oh, there's a little bit of a gap here. Kind of. Sort of. It's going to come out behind Lance Stroll by a couple of seconds. I mean, Tsunoda had his little pit stop during the safety car, but that was it. Everybody else ahead of him has not stopped yet. So, Antonelli has not been jumped by anybody who was behind him, so at least there's that. Two seconds to Behrman though. I mean, goodness me, the runners behind are really catching up. Oh, Lawson on Ocon. Gets it done easy, right? So lap 23, Norris, Piastri, Russell, Verstappen, Albon, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Tsunoda, Colapinto, and Stroll. Right in the middle of the pit stop shuffle here. Now, what else has been going on in F1 land that I want to talk about? Carlos Sainz on Esteban Ocon gets it done easy. Antonelli by Stroll as well. So the thing is, Antonelli did come out sort of at the tail end of the runners who haven't stopped yet, but you absolutely can get the passing done here. One of the reasons you get the passing done, 2 very long straights. Well, one medium kind of long straight, another very long straight. And it's easy. Not easy. It's never easy, but relatively it's easy to get a pass done here because the DRS zone is long and the slipstreaming is plentiful into turn 1 here. There's a lot of room into turn 1 to get a move done as well. Here's Kimi Antonelli showing us how it's done. DRS wide open from here. Manages to pull to the inside and look at all the room that he's got now. One thing that I was talking about yesterday, I want to bring it up again. What we just saw then, the DRS overtake. Well, DRS next year is not going to exist because they're going to be going to active aero instead to complement the new power units. Now, DRS specifically was an overtaking aid. In that way, I think it's been an overtaking gimmick. I've been pretty sour on DRS for the longest time, to be honest. I think it's a little too easy. It's a little too free kicky. What I've kind of grown to appreciate, though, is that it kind of lets a race play out, if you know what I mean. Like, if you need to pit somebody and they need to work their way back through the field, they're able to do that. There's no real danger. Oh, what is this? Norris Lando. The hard does not look good. Soft, similar to yesterday's, so shit, I wonder if Norris might have to be a two-stopper here. Who's that? Tsunoda in the pits as well. I wonder if they're going to have to try to two-stop all the medium runners, because if the softs won't last and the hards are no good, really you'd think maybe run a medium and then run a soft at the end. Yeah, and everybody who has stopped has not put on the hards. In fact, only the Aston Martins are running the hards right now, and they started with them. Oh, Kimi Antonelli on Fernando Alonso. Fernando's going to make him work for it. Yeah, this should be a pass for Kimi Antonelli, and he's already by there again, helped by the DRS. Now, this is what I meant. For Kimi Antonelli, it's a lot easier to get by with the DRS. It's a lot easier to get by with the DRS. It's not easy to make a pass in this sport. Never is, but it's easier to do it. Now, if that goes next year, I wonder... Well, it is going next year, rather, and part of me wonders, as much as I don't like the gimmicky side of it, it's let all of these races play out a lot smoother, a lot simpler. Not like, say, Abu Dhabi in 2010. And that's just one example. It's a very famous example, but that's just one example. F1's littered with examples like this before of drivers who just get stuck behind a slower car in traffic and they just cannot get the pass done. It happens still nowadays to a lesser extent. It still happens. But back in the day, I'd be watching a race, say Imola 2005, Imola 2006, Schumacher Alonso one way and then the other way. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tsunoda failing to serve time penalty correctly, so... Jesus. So he had a 5-second penalty. I'm guessing that they've started work before the 5 seconds is up. Maybe somebody has touched the car before they should have, which isn't a Yuki problem, it's a Red Bull problem, if that's what's happened. But Tsunoda, who's currently running dead last, looks like he's having another nightmare of a race. I just don't see Yuki sticking around in that seat anymore. It's just not going to happen. He's had a long old season to stake a real claim on that seat, and it's difficult. Yes, the car kind of sucks, and it's got a very small operating window, but just nothing's working for Yuki in that car. And I wonder if we've maybe seen the end of Tsunoda in this sport. Abu Dhabi might be the end. To which I would say 5 years in F1 is a pretty decent stint, so, you know. I suppose you can't really begrudge that. Well, you can begrudge. Oh, that's quite a move there between Hadjar and Gasly there. Isaac Hadjar getting back by into turn 4. Good stuff. What Yuki Tsunoda can be upset about is that Red Bull blocked a potential move. Haas were after his services, and I think Audi inquired for him. Haas definitely did. I think Alpine might have as well. Now, Alpine's a total basket case, so that's fine, but the Haas seat with Yuki Tsunoda, I get the feeling would have worked, especially when there was really no future for him at Red Bull. But Red Bull vetoed it. Not Red Bull Racing, Red Bull itself. They vetoed Tsunoda going. They said, no, absolutely, you're staying at Racing Bulls for at least one more year, which was great for him, kind of, because then they promoted him when Liam Lawson didn't work out, and, well, it's all gone south since, so... Alright, 5-second time penalty for Hamilton causing a collision. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, okay, so that's what he ran into Colapinto on the straight. It kind of seems like the damage was already done to Lewis. Nah, whatever. I mean, you can't really fuck his race up any more than it already has been. Now Fernando Alonso in the pits. Kimi Antonelli right up behind Albon as well. Now, what was I saying? Yes, I don't know. The DRS thing, I'm happy that it's going, in a way. In another way, we're into very uncharted waters here with the new power unit, with the active aero, the front and the rear wings coming down and going up and all of that. I wonder if we will end up kind of missing DRS. If it turns out that overtaking is so difficult, maybe we've been spoilt with it. And we just kind of take it for granted. It's been 15 seasons now of having a pass like we've just seen Kimi Antonelli do on Alex Albon, where you don't have to work nearly as hard for it as you maybe otherwise would have. I don't know. I get the feeling maybe when overtaking is quite difficult next year. That said, who knows what's going to happen with the overtaking next year. The cars will be thinner, the cars will be lighter, the cars will be a little bit shorter. In theory, it all helps. And they're going to have brand new power units, brand new aero, which should spread the field a bit, which means that you'll have some cars that are a lot faster than others, which should help with the overtaking. When all the rules... as Lando into the pits, when a rule set has been around for several years, like this one has, there's generally one optimum way to build a car to any rule set, and everyone, all of the teams, they'll start a rule set with all of these different ideas and approaches and stuff. I remember in 22 when they launched this, and Ferrari had the big bathtub side pods, and Mercedes had 0 side pods, and all of that sort of stuff. And it looked like Red Bull had the ultimate package until McLaren introduced theirs. Everybody's kind of gone from their own individual ideas to converging onto this one generalized best way of doing things, which is great for the competitive order. It means that you can have, like, on a good day, an Alpine, which is dead last in the championship, can definitely start in the top 10. So can a Sauber, so can a Haas, a Racing Bulls can get a podium, a Williams can get a podium at Baku, for instance. Like, it's easy to get a lower car further up the grid because it's so tight. If you really nail it, if you nail the setup, you nail the approach, you nail your lap, you really set yourself up well. Whereas the start of a rule set, when the cars are really spaced apart, sometimes even if you nail the setup and the lap and everything, you're still kind of mired mid-grid. So it's going to be interesting to see next year, is what I'm getting at. It's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly what goes on next year. It's definitely the biggest overhaul of regulations that I've seen in Formula One at the same time. Either way, lap 32, Lando Norris has come out of the pits in 4th place. He's 1 second behind Max Verstappen. There is Max ahead of him. Norris on the soft, so I'd imagine this will be a short middle stint. Oh, Nico Hulkenberg up on the back of Alex Albon. No way through right now. Albon and Hulk both have not yet stopped. Neither has Piastri, neither has Russell, but everybody else has been through the pits now. It's going to be very interesting to see. Where's Antonelli? 4.8 seconds behind Norris. Oh, here's Norris on Max Verstappen. Yeah, easy. And once again, a much easier overtake, thanks to the DRS than maybe it otherwise would have been. It also helps that they've got quite a tyre offset. I mean, here we are, lap 33 now. Verstappen's had a pretty decent comeback here. It's going to be interesting to see what tyres they use on Max from here on out. I can imagine they're going to want the hards. They'll probably just try to stretch out his pit stop sequence here, put on one new set of mediums, and then that should do him to the rest of the race. Lewis Hamilton out of the pits as well. 10-second time penalty for Tsunoda. Wait, is that another one? You're fucking kidding me. Is that another penalty for Tsunoda? Oh, that's very close between Hulkenberg and Albon at turn 1. Hulk gets it through. Looks like Ollie Behrman wants to join in on this. Piastri radio. Just asking Oscar about his opinion on the tyres. Oscar says that he likes the mediums. So what is this? A replay, Pierre Gasly. It's going to dive to the inside there into turn 1. Nailed it. Gets it done. George Russell in the pits, alright. And Verstappen in the pits, alright, here we go. So what's Max riding? Looks like mediums. Yeah, Verstappen on the mediums. What does George have? The softs for George, it looks like. Well, there's no way they're going to run to the end, surely. I mean, this is going to be a stop for Verstappen now. This should be able to get him to the end. We're halfway through the race. I don't think he's going to be all that quick by the end of the race, but he should definitely be able to get to the end of it. It's the Haas on a Williams. Into turn 1. Yeah, nailed it. And you know what? We've just passed halfway distance as well. It's been quite an interesting race, this one, so far. It's just sort of been things happening all the time. It's been great to watch. Alex Albon finally in the pits. Just Piastri and Hulkenberg who haven't stopped yet. Alex on the softs now. So I think that Sauber have been holding out for a safety car for Hulkenberg. Maybe even a red flag. Try some of that Alpine magic from last year, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Hulkenberg in the pits, so Behrman and Russell have been released. Here is Russell coming right up near Behrman. Not going to be able to put a move on. Russell on the softs, Behrman on the hards, Behrman on the quite old on the mediums rather. Quite old mediums now. Yeah, then Russell goes for the inside move. A turn 4, gets it done. Lovely stuff. So now George, 10 seconds to Kimi Antonelli up the road. What can he do? Yeah, okay, so Laurent Mekier is saying that it was a Red Bull mistake with Tsunoda's pit stop. Oh, with Tsunoda's penalty not being served correctly, so the Red Bull's going to have to eat that one. It's a shame just nothing's going right for Tsunoda on his end or on the team's end. It looks like both are making mistakes constantly now. It's a shame because Yuki says that he's been relatively happy with his race pace lately. Red Bull is saying that they're happy with his race pace. Very close there between Max and the Alpine. Max gets it done. He's just spectacular to watch, is Max Verstappen. Absolutely spectacular. It's just brilliant. Hadjar in the pits now. Yeah, the Tsunoda Red Bull thing, I don't know, it looks like just nothing's working. Nothing the team does works. Nothing he does works. Anything he does that works isn't working well enough. Anything the team does that works doesn't work really for him. Hamilton box to retire the car. Yeah. Well, it's all over. That's Albon putting a moves on the Alpine as well. That'll be Colapinto. And away he goes. Oh, Piastri in the pits. Oscar serving his pit lane penalty. There we go. A pretty decent stop after the penalty was served. There's Lewis, done for the day. Total disaster for Ferrari. Complete disaster. One of those days you wonder why you even bothered shipping the cars out. This will also be 21 races now that Lewis Hamilton has not been on the podium for Ferrari, which is just phenomenal. I think it's a record. Nobody's raced for Ferrari for this long without getting a podium for them. So, I mean, it shows just how wrong it's kind of going. It's a lot like Tsunoda. Nothing's really going right on either side. Oh, Tsunoda on Hadjar. On that mini screen down the bottom, that'll be interesting. Surely Tsunoda will just let him go. He's got another penalty coming as well. Hadjar looking at the back of the car that he's probably going to be driving next year. Maybe even before that, who knows? I mean, Red Bull are ruthless. It wouldn't surprise me if, for Abu Dhabi. Verstappen, we are without doubt, we are in a race with Russell and Piastri here. Could well be, honestly. Verstappen's absolutely been feeling it all day. He's just... something about that guy. He's just brilliant. Now, is Lawson going to make it easy? Yeah, he will. I was going to say, is a Kiwi going to try to screw over an Aussie? No love lost between us. Hulkenberg on Alonso. Hulkenberg gets it done. Alonso going backwards. So whatever Aston Martin found yesterday for the sprint, that secret sauce has absolutely run out. I can't believe this. 30 laps to go as well. We are flying through this race. It's been fantastic as well. Very, very fun. Looks like Norris is absolutely in control again today. Antonelli, 8 seconds behind, give or take. Russell, 6 seconds behind him. So it's spaced out quite a bit at the front there. So what we're watching for the rest of this race, what can Verstappen and Piastri do? I am expecting the top 4 at least to make another pit stop. Probably the top 6, I'm expecting a pit stop from all of them again. So there should be a little bit of action to the end here. Whew. 3 pointless GPs for Ferrari this year. Good grief. I mean, it's been... I mean, it's just been shit for Ferrari this year. It's been really, really shit. It's just not working out. Nothing's working out for him. Piastri, what's the plan here? So Piastri, what's the plan? Essentially just try to get back to 3rd. Behrman's in the pits. Ooh, slow pit stop for Behrman. Front left. Yeah, 3.9 seconds. Didn't look great for him. Looked very slow on the front left there. Yeah, it's just been a total fucking disaster for Ferrari this year. I don't know what they're gonna do to turn this sort of shit around, because they've cycled through enough team managers as Hadjar gets by the Alpine. Ooh, or he doesn't. The Alpine stays ahead. Good move, Franco. Well done. They've cycled through enough team managers. They brought Lewis Hamilton in, who's just kind of been a dead duck all year. Hasn't done anything. One sprint to win aside. Which I think, had they known that the cars were playing so close to disqualification with the ride height, I wonder if maybe they even would have done that back then. Probably would have, but you know. Yeah, just a replay of Behrman. It was the front left, as we saw. But just it's been a total disaster. I don't know what Ferrari can do unless they nail the new engine straight out of the gate. If they can do that, that will definitely help. But it just seems like nothing they can really put together actually works. Like nothing really goes well for this team. It's a great shame for him. It's a great shame. It's a great shame for us as well, because I'd love to see Charles Leclerc, I'd love to see Lewis Hamilton in a championship fight. It would have been great to have seen Carlos Sainz with a decent shot at a championship as well. You know, a man can dream. A man can dream. But it's just never quite turned out that way. It's just been fucking, for the most part, horse shit. Occasional wins, occasional podiums. It's always nice to get a smattering of it every now and then. Doesn't look like they're going to win shit this year. But, God, just nothing's really working for that team. Behrman on Alonso for 10th place. Nails it into turn 1. Easy, easy. And it looks like there's just a... the pit stop shuffle really has shuffled everything around here. We're still just sort of waiting for it to play out properly. I think in the next 10 or 15 laps, we'll know kind of who's running where definitively, and then see what they can get out of that. Right now though, Verstappen running ahead of Piastri. I hope you're a bit more optimistic that I am, because it doesn't look very pretty where I am sat. Sorry, I hope you're, and that's the wrong you're that they've used, I hope you're a bit more optimistic that I am. Fucking hell. I feel like I had a stroke reading that. I hope you're a bit more optimistic. Guys, what the fuck? Youre. Like, F, see me after class. Jesus Christ. I fucking despair. You know, I've seen a lot of shit in my life. I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen first name, last name as a driver on the graphics. I've seen interviews by Johnny Herbert, but I don't think I've seen anything so fucking stupid as the wrong "you're" being used in an F1 broadcast. Fuck's sake, guys. Like, who's checking that? Gentlemen, the standards here are fucking zero. Like, what is going on? There we go. Mark at lap 47 of Brazil. Brazilian Grand Prix. As Hulkenberg moves past Ocon into turn 1, and Behrman moves past Albon right behind them. Lap 47 at the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2025, the standards officially hit fucking rock bottom at FIM, FOM. FIM, why not? I'm bringing the motorbikes into this too, fuck them. FOM, Liberty, whoever the fuck's in charge there, totally dropped the ball. You blew it. You fucking blew it. Go sit in the corner, put that fucking dunce hat on, and don't take it off until I say so. You dickheads. Just... Oh my god, says Oscar? Sorry, Isaac Hadjar. Don't shout at me, okay? Thank you. I feel like that radio message could have been reversed, Isaac, to his engineer, because he's always going fucking mental on the radio. Sorry, I just can't get over that. You're a bit more optimistic. The wrong you're. You fucking idiots. I don't give a shit how much of a grammar fucking asshole that makes me. It's the simplest goddamn thing to get right. It is the simplest shit to get right. If I see that shit anywhere, even in like a fucking text or whatever, if I see the wrong you're being used or there or anything, I'm just like, nah, this guy's a fucking idiot. Whoever's talking, stupid as shit, probably don't listen to anything they say. Snowder in the pit, so he will be serving another penalty in there as well, which is going to just cement him to the bottom of this running order. Stop time, 13 seconds. You'd have to assume that they got that one right. Box, George Russell. Russell, I'm assuming, will be putting on the mediums. I don't think anybody's going to be going for the hards here. Yep. It's like a fat strip club. There's no hards in sight. Oh, Bamman squeezing it down the inside real tight with the Sauber. Oh, Hulkenberg will get ahead of him though. Through turn 3, keep it tight. Hulk across, covers the inside. Bamman around the outside, gets it done. DRS help there too. This is what I'm talking about. Passes like that are going to be very, very difficult to nail next year. I feel like it's between the new engine, the new power unit rules, and the active aero and all of that shit, this sport is in danger of disappearing like Stimpy completely into its own asshole. Like, I don't know how fucking convoluted you have to make this thing at all. I don't even have a funny quip for the end of that. It just seems so pointlessly convoluted and complicated. Like, it doesn't need to be this way, surely. Surely. As Antonelli gets by Liam Lawson into turn 1. Lawson, whose tyres are 30 laps old and completely fucked. So McLaren getting ready for a pit stop here. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Norris? It is going to be Lando Norris. Here we go. 20 laps to go. Now this has to be nailed. Norris a little bit awkward getting into the pits there. 2.2 second stop. Looks like it didn't hinder him at all. Very jumpy going into the pit box there. Alright. Now, Piastri ahead of him. Verstappen ahead. Does Verstappen just run this to the end? Surely Norris will be able to catch him here. George Russell on Liam Lawson into 5th place. Good stuff. So 2 seconds now behind Antonelli. They're really converged all here, haven't they? Like I was saying. Just wait, 10-15 laps. Everyone's really, really converged, and it looks like most of them have made their final stops. I wonder if they're going to pit Verstappen again. I can't recall if he started on the soft tyres or not. I think he might have. He's definitely pitted twice already. One of those stops was very, very early though and was totally unplanned, so it might have just worked out for him. Tsunoda with the fastest lap. At least he's got that for now. Alright, Verstappen just being told he's race leader. Piastri, box. Alright, get rid of the softs, Oscar. And they're just going to run the same strategy to the end of the race. Now, where is this going to put Oscar out? It's not the longest pit lane here. It's quite a long pit lane exit though. It's going to drop quite a few spots here. He'll get the Lawson spot back easy. What about Behrman though? Behrman's going to get him here. Hulkenberg maybe as well. We'll see. Oh, Hulkenberg. Actually, Hulk's a little bit too far behind. Alright, so he's going to have to put the moves on here. This is going to be very, very fun. Here we go. 20... What have we got? 20 laps, including the one we're on to go. Hadjar around the outside of Lance Stroll gets it done. Great move there. Now Colapinto. No, that's Pierre Gasly, sorry. Gasly as well, past Stroll. Great move there by the Alpine. Both the French drivers fucking with the French Canadian. Oh, is Red Bull going to put a soft set of tyres on Max Verstappen? That would be very interesting for the end of the race. Very, very interesting. Surely Norris is going to have this one in the bag, though. He's so far ahead. I think the only way Verstappen maybe could get the win over the line is if he doesn't stop again. Because I can't recall if he actually started on the softs. I get the feeling he might have started on the mediums. No, he started on the hards, didn't he? I can't remember. That's what happens when you run a race at 4 AM, yo. So here's Piastri on Behrman. Should be able to get this one done. Yeah, easy into turn 1. Very, very easy. Again, DRS move. Will we miss these? I hate to say that, it makes me feel filthy, but we just might end up missing the DRS. I think it helps with a lot of strategies to play out, because if you can get a pass nailed, if you can nail a pass on slower cars ahead of you, and you don't just spend most of your race held up behind them for no reason, it just helps a little bit with like strategy divergence and things like that. The teams are a lot more willing to be, oh, Verstappen box, here we go. Teams are more willing to be experimental with their strategies rather than just plant the car on the track and treat everywhere like Monaco. Oh, Verstappen, so he has stopped 2.5 seconds. Pretty safe pit stop there. Soft tyres on. 16 laps to go. Here we go. Big finish incoming. Liam Lawson is out there. It looks like just to hold up Oscar Piastri. I was wondering if they were keeping him out there just to fuck with other cars, and it looks like they are. Liam Lawson has absolutely played his part here. Absolutely played his part perfectly there. That right there, that was absolutely intentional. Red Bull have used the Racing Bulls car to hold up Piastri to get Verstappen ahead. I guarantee that's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted, because Lawson has been out for 35 laps. There's no reason to keep him out this long, apart from like a red flag Hail Mary. There's absolutely no reason to do it. Nobody else is doing it at all. And here's Piastri going for it, and he gets the pass done, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Because Red Bull got exactly what they wanted out of Liam Lawson there. Exactly what they wanted. My God, could he even earn a promotion back to Red Bull just for that move? live points, 24 potentially. Now, lap 56 of 71, after all the pit stops have played out, that's when you can start to look at the live championship standings and see who can rescue what. 24 points potentially. 24 points between Norris and Piastri. That's massive. That is absolutely massive. All right, accidentally just getting a little bit of encouragement there. That's massive. That is absolutely fucking massive for Norris, and it's a big thing for Verstappen here as well. Soft tyres, there's no way. I can't see any world in which Piastri catches Verstappen from here on out. 14 laps to go. It's over. It's so over. And how far is Piastri behind Russell? About 8 seconds behind George Russell. It's just not going to happen. It is just not going to happen for Oscar Piastri. Behrman's coming up from behind, but surely Behrman's not going to get the pass on Piastri. No, that's not going to happen. Well, I suppose I could just pit Liam Lawson now and put him out of his misery. Poor guy. Unless they just want to run him to the end. Verstappen saying nothing to lose with this tyre. He's fucking nailing it, isn't he? God, I love watching Max Verstappen drive. He's just brilliant. He's just absolutely fantastic. Box office. He is box office. In the way that I used to say, occasionally still do say that. Whoop. Alright, Russell complaining to his pit wall. Give me the info, essentially, is what he's saying. In the same way I would say that Fernando Alonso was box office, Prime Lewis Hamilton was box office, Max Verstappen is absolutely box office. He's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I've got to say, the pit lane start to 4th place, potentially a podium at the end for Max Verstappen, is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. 13 laps to go. Russell, so it's the brakes that he was complaining about. So Russell nervous about his brakes. That is going to be, that'll put the shits right up him. Is it going to be a double podium for Mercedes today? We'll see. I'll tell you one thing though, Norris is fucking killing it. And what I would say as well, I tell you what, after all of this, and I don't want to speak too early actually, maybe I shouldn't even say this, but after all of this, a lot of the year, especially after the bad, the downturn, Saudi, Bahrain didn't go great, etc. A lot of the down moments that Lando Norris has had this year, smattered with up ones as well, but also down, like Canada was a shitty moment and stuff like that. A lot of Verstappen being told that P2 is on the cards. We'll see. A lot of people were really, really keen to jump on the, not just jump on the Piastri train and say, wow, we really like this guy, he's really good. But more than anything, and I've mentioned it before, They really went in hard on Lando Norris. He's never going to win. He's not good enough. Mentally, he's too soft. He's too fragile. He's never going to win this. He's not good enough. Piastri's where it is. He's the Iceman. He's unbreakable. He's fantastic. Lando, fuck off. Forget about him. It's over. And I was always against that. I think it looks very, very, very difficult points-wise, especially after Zandvoort when his engine blew up. I thought, Lando, that's a lot of points to have to overcome. It was, I think, 34 points then. That's a lot. That's a really, really big gap that he then has to manage. And I would have assumed back then, I definitely did assume back then, that Piastri was going to get another few wins to the end of the year. So I'm thinking, 34 points now, plus an extra 3 or 4 wins for the rest of the year. You're looking at potentially maybe a 50-point buffer that you have to somehow overcome with a car that will probably finish at least second. Every time out when it doesn't win, it did look bad. It really looked bad, but Piastri has not won a single race since then. In fact, he's gone totally off the boil. The Iceman looks like he's fucking melted. And Piastri's absolutely going for it. Wait. I'm watching you. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know, right? I think a lot of people tried to get out ahead and sound like the smartest cunt in the room, is what I'm saying. A lot of people wanted to sound like the smartest cunt in the room and say, Norris, never going to win it. Piastri was always going to win it. Well, we're looking potentially now at Norris with a 24-point lead with 3 Grands Prix and 1 sprint to go. Again, it's not over. The next DNF for Norris, Piastri and Verstappen will be absolutely critical. I think Verstappen, what is he now? 39 points behind Norris. It's going to be even more than that. It's going to be fucking nearly 50, I think, after this. Forget it. Verstappen basically is out of championship running. Unless we're going to see something truly spectacular, Verstappen is done. And he will mathematically be out of it probably by Qatar sprint time. Before or after, we will see, depending on whatever happens next time out in Vegas. If it's anything like this, Verstappen, just count him out. Piastri, though, he's gone from absolutely, of course he's going to be the champion-elect, etc., to, my God, what a choke. What a choke. And it's mistakes. It was unfortunate yesterday. Kind of caught him out, but he also ran wide on the curb, which is why he went off. Big fuck up in Baku. Didn't do great at Kota. Didn't do great in Mexico either. Didn't do great this weekend. He's just being beaten. And as far as the booing in Mexico last time out goes for Lando, to me, that's all just the press creating bullshit to try to get some clicks. Max Verstappen. Oh, here we go. Can he get by George Russell? He is going to get by George Russell. Nails it. Absolutely nails it. Verstappen is making it work. 8 laps to go. Verstappen up to 3rd. George Russell down to 4th. Russell's trying to follow him. Max is trying to break the toe. George won't be able to keep up. And that's it. Out of turn 4. Out of turn 5. Ahead. That's it. It's over. Max is going to stay ahead. Yeah, easy pass. Again, DRS, easy pass. But, well, not an easy pass, but an easier pass. Round the outside, round the inside. That's not the lyric, mate. Get it right. That was a great pass, actually, from Verstappen. Even if it was a bit DRS assisted. Well, here we go. 7 laps. 7 laps left. We are on lap 64 of 71. Norris, Antonelli, Verstappen, Russell, Piastri, Behrman amazingly in 6th. Oh, he's killing it lately. Liam has stuck it out in 7th. Hulkenberg's right behind him. Surely Hulkenberg will be able to get by him. Hadjar. Gasly is close behind Hadjar as well. Oh, it's going to be really close if Lawson can actually bring it home in the points here. But he had stayed out. He stayed out after all. I get the feeling Red Bull wanted him to interfere with Oscar Piastri. He got that job done, and now it's just, okay, let's see what you can get from the end. I figured they would have pulled Lawson into the pits the lap that Piastri got by, but no, they're just going to run him to the end, it looks like. There's going to be some very worn tyres, though. 44 laps on them. This is a track that asks a lot out of tyres as well. There's a few, mostly medium speed, a few very high speed corners here. Really, really demands a lot out of the tyres. So when they start to wear, they really start to wear out. And there's a Pirelli as well, so danger zone, yo. Liam Lawson as well, I gotta say, was unseen last time out in Mexico. Almost collided with 2 marshals who were picking up debris from a Turn 1 collision. A bit of a miscommunication there between the marshals and whether the track was clear or not. Liam Lawson came out. I think he pitted to change a nose cone from memory, and came out and almost cleaned up 2 of them. Got very animated on the radio. Now, the FIA said that he was absolutely not at fault for that the marshal should not have been out. The Mexican Federation, the Mexican Racing Federation, blamed Liam Lawson for it, so I don't know what the fuck he was meant to do about it, really. Saying that he was going too fast through the yellow zones. You could go 50 through a yellow zone, mate. Like, if the marshals are on the track in front of you in a blind corner, well, what can you really do about that? So, God bless. Never beating those allegations, are they? Wait, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Hulkenberg very close to Lawson as well. I get the feeling... Where's Hadjar? He's caught up about a second on Hulkenberg as well. I get the feeling if Hulkenberg can get by Lawson, and here he goes around the outside. Oh, squeeze, not going to be able to get through. Side by side. Oh, they're very close. Out of turn 5. No, Lawson's got to stay ahead. Lawson staying ahead. If Hulkenberg can get through, and he's very close, I wonder if Hadjar will be able to follow him. In fact, Hadjar is now less than a second behind Hulkenberg, so Lawson's absolutely bleeding time here. Really bleeding time. Gasly's right behind Hadjar. It is possible 7th will turn to 10th for Lawson by the end of this race. I get the feeling Sainz might be just a little too far behind. Fucking Williams have been really off it today. In fact, they've been off it all weekend. So, it's a shame for them. It's a nice looking car they're running this weekend as well with the Golf livery, but it's a shame the car's a pig and it's not doing anything. Either way. A little bit going on at the front now as well, as I've been watching the little Hulkenberg battle. Norris clear out in front, 8.9 seconds. Verstappen, 1 second behind Antonelli. Could this turn into second place? It really could. It really, really could. Russell just holding ahead of Oscar Piastri as well, 1.1 seconds. So Oscar doesn't have the DRS yet, but he's got 3 more laps to make it work. Well, 4 more laps to make it work. Oh, Verstappen not going for a move right now, but he's just lining him up. Antonelli can see the shark fin in the water in his mirrors. He's coming. He's coming. He is coming now. Kimi does look. He looks like he's got a bit of speed still left in that Mercedes, but Verstappen is coming. Have I just missed something? Science has just gone from 11th to 13th there. Okay, something's happened, I think, off screen. Albon with the fastest lap, that's amazing, but Science has just dropped 2 places there. Get the feeling we might see a little replay of Carlos going off soon. Either going off or being shoved wide, or goodness knows. Antonelli, less than a second now. Max has got the DRS open, but Antonelli has a nice Mercedes engine. Keep in mind, Max has a brand new power unit in that car as well, so we'll be giving him a few extra horses at the end of the main straight. Now, Max has been on the softs for 14 laps. I mean, the track is now, it's rubbered in. The cars are light on fuel, so it's going to be treating those soft tyres a lot better than it would have been at the start of the race, but 14 laps is it is quite a bit of distance to be dragging those soft tyres around. Oh, Piastri now less than a second behind Russell as well. This could all change. This really, really could all change here. I tell you, this has been a great weekend for Kimi Antonelli. This has been brilliant. This has absolutely been brilliant. This has been better than his Canada podium. This has been a really whole, properly put together weekend for Kimi Antonelli. Absolutely nailing it. This is the potential that Mercedes saw. This is what I've been so excited to see for, the last 3 or 4 years out of Kimi Antonelli. I've been watching him since his Formula Regional days, and when he was in F4. He looked quick. He really, really looked quick. And we're seeing it here now. Really, really, really excited for this kid. Really, really excited. Verstappen just can't quite get the move done. Piastri as well is going to be a bit too far behind George Russell to put a move on. Both those Mercedes going to be trying to wring everything they got out of those cars. 2nd and 4th could be 3rd and 5th by the end of the next couple of laps. We shall see. Personally, I'm hoping Russell stays ahead because I quite like the guy. This Antonelli-Verstappen battle is really... Albon gets by Ocon as well, so something's going back. Something's going down with that Williams and the Haas. Off screen, we'll have to see that after the race. See what was going on back there. Yeah, Max, he's not going to be able to get close enough. Ooh, having a look, but just not able to go for it. Sort of like, it's just window shopping that, isn't it? Piastri as well. Stuck behind Oscar Piastri. No, Piastri rather stuck behind George Russell. God, it is very much 5:30 in the morning over here, I tell you. This has been a great showing. It's been a great showing out of Antonelli. Fantastic showing out of Verstappen. Oh, Antonelli, what's going on? He's choking right at the end here. Only a couple of corners to go. This is going to be a drag race to the line. Lando Norris comes across the line. Lando Norris wins. There we go. He's done it. He has done it. 2 in a row for Lando Norris. Oh, Antonelli should be able to keep it. Yes, he does. Antonelli keeps it. Russell keeps it as well. So there we go. Norris, Antonelli, Verstappen, Russell, Piastri. It'll be Behrman in 6th place as well. Lawson, amazingly, looks like he's going to finish 7th. Look at the tyres on Isaac Hadjar's car. They're completely fucked. Look at this. It's a real... Oh, the Haas is making a move in the Williams. Just not quite close enough to get it done. It's going to ruin his... Look at this. Everybody in a line. Look at that. Lawson amazingly has finished 7th. Hajar's 8th. Hulkenberg 9th. Gasly 10th. Gasly 10th. Alpine, another point finish for Alpine. Unbelievable. Alpine has come out of here with 2 points from 2-point finishes. So, good work, Team Enstone. Not going to make much of a difference, but at least there's that. That's it. All the runners are home. 71 laps in the books. That was great. That was a fantastic race. That was really, really fun. Lando getting told amazing job. Yep. And that will be 24 points. It'll be 24 points. Norris to Piastri. Almost an entire win. Oh, Piastri's got his fucking work cut out for him now. Really got his work cut out for him. If this shit continues, I'm not saying it will, but if it continues, if it's 1st and 5th next time out, Norris and Piastri 1st and 5th next time out in Vegas, that is going to be, what, nearly 40 points? That will be basically game over. It looks like Lando Norris is going to be the champion. I mean, again, there's still 3 races and a sprint to go, so we'll see. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. This is what I keep saying. The next DNF will be a massive decider. If Max DNFs from here on out, he's done. I mean, I'd say he's probably done anyway. Hey, what was he? 39 points. Now 49 points. It's over. I think Max is out of this championship, and mathematically he'll likely be out of the championship by the time they leave Las Vegas. If it ends, if it goes this way, if it ends up like this, then he will be out in Las Vegas. Piastri, though, shit, I wonder, he's going to have to find some sort of fucking magic juice there. And again, I don't think there's any kind of conspiracy going on there. I know this corner of the world, there's a lot of, there's a whole lot of copium going around, a whole lot of Aussies are saying McLaren's conspiring against him and all of that shit. And they'll point at Monza, which I've talked about fucking many times before, as like a proof that McLaren is backing Lando. I don't think that's true. McLaren paid many millions of dollars to get Ricciardo out of the car, to bring Piastri into the car. They've got faith in him. They like him. He wasn't raised by McLaren. He was raised by Alpine, but he is a McLaren driver. They pay him well to do the job. I think everything else is just a major cope. More than anything, I'm just seeing Norris nailing it. He's absolutely nailing it. You can conspire against a driver, but you can't conspire for the other one to just suddenly turn it up and start winning. Norris is just killing it. He's feeling it again. And you could tell it. You could tell he's that slump he was in mid-year, looks like he's just out of it. He's found his mojo back, like Austin Powers. Anyway, that was it. That was the race. That was fantastic. That was a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. Norris, Antonelli, Verstappen, Russell, Piastri, Behrman, Lawson, Hadjar, Hulkenberg, Gasly. So Norris, perfect. Again, just like Mexico last time out. I don't think there's anything really he could have done better. 10 seconds ahead of Piastri today. Not 10 seconds ahead of Piastri, sorry. 10 seconds ahead of Antonelli. So, a better job than yesterday. It totally worked out, so well done. Antonelli just managed to keep it ahead of Verstappen. His most complete Grand Prix and his most complete Grand Prix weekend out of Kimi Antonelli. Good things are coming for this kid. Trust me, good things are really coming for this kid. He looks fantastic, and it's nice to see him really. He's had a pretty difficult first season, but it's nice to see him really starting to get a little bit of confidence, and you can see what he could do with it, because he's been brilliant. Verstappen third, amazing recovery drive from Max Verstappen, well done. It's a shame about the qualifying, but I mean, Max has so much speed today. I'd say don't count him out when it comes to wins for the rest of the season. Championship might be a little bit too far, from here on out. But certainly Max is going to be the joker in the pack from here on out because he is absolutely quick enough to affect the McLarens. George Russell fourth. Looks like he's stepped on a beehive, to be honest. Looks absolutely filthy. He's missed the podium and he's been beaten by his teammate in the sprint and in the Grand Prix. In fact, Antonelli beat him last time out, so it's 2 Grand Prix in a row that Russell has been behind Kimi Antonelli, and he's going to be about as happy with that as if his Game Boy was stolen. We'll see what George can do for the rest of the year. Going to Las Vegas where he won last year, so let's see how he rebounds. Piastri 5th. Starting to fall apart. I hope for the sake of a decent championship fight that Piastri can get it together. It's starting to look like it's just slipping away from him. It's just like corn falling away from him. It's just not really happening for Oscar right now. Behrman 6, absolutely amazing for Ollie Behrman. Well done, kid. I mean, again, following up what he did in Mexico last time out. So Behrman absolutely on the charge, really feeling it. A lot of rumours about Behrman at Ferrari in 2027 maybe, and looking at Lewis Hamilton struggling. Well, we will see. Great result for Ollie Behrman. Good moves as well in the race. He's feeling it. He's got the fire. He's loving it. Lawson 7th. Fantastic job out of Liam Lawson. I think that's probably his best race of the year. It did exactly what he needed to do, and they managed to hold on with tyres older than life itself. So fantastic for Liam Lawson. Isaac Hadjar 8th, just behind Liam. Gigantic train behind Liam Lawson as well, so that would have been very entertaining to watch had the front not been so compelling in and of itself. Hulkenberg 9th, so Hadjar, okay points, that's fair enough. 8th place is good, it's a good result actually. Starting 5th, finishing 8th, things happen I guess for Isaac Hadjar. Maybe unfulfilled potential, he went backwards in the sprint, backwards in the Grand Prix, but overall a good job. Hulkenberg 9th, good points, a good couple of points for Sauber. I mean, it's the 9th place, fair enough. It's pretty decent. It's sure better than 15th, I'll put it that way. Gasly 10th, amazing job out of Gasly. I think he has been one of the drivers of the year for me. He's just been phenomenal. That Alpine is a bathtub with wheels on it. It's a total hunker burning shit, and he's managing to get some things out of it. And I've noticed all year Gasly has been doing well, so well done Pierre. Albon 11th, unlucky for Williams, but just not really at the races at all this weekend. Ocon just had, I don't know, just had a kind of typical for Ocon at Haas weekend where it's not really shit, but not all that great either. Sainz 13th, again, not great out of Carlos. Williams just looked totally lost this weekend. Totally fucking lost. Couldn't do anything with the setup. Couldn't do anything with the strategy. So time to go home and think. Alonso 14th. Aston Martin completely off a cliff. Jekyll and Hyde with his sprint form. So not great for Aston Martin. Bigger things are coming next year for Aston, so we'll see. Colapinto, probably the best thing he got out of this weekend was his contract extension. Stroll, womp. Yuki Tsunoda, womp. Not entirely his fault, but not great either. Yeah, just nothing's going right for that second Red Bull. Nothing. The team or the driver, nothing's working. So we'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, I'm assuming it'll last through Abu Dhabi because it's lasted this long, but don't be surprised if maybe somebody goes early. Hamilton, hiding to nothing right from the start. Bad weekend, bad season. Charles Leclerc, unlucky. Could have done something. There's Verstappen in third. Could have been Charles. Could have been interesting. Turns out it was nothing. That's a shame. And Bortoletto barely turned up. Big crash yesterday. Little crash today. Collect the set. Better things are coming for Bortoletto. He's better than that. Just unlucky. That's it. that was a fun race. Let's say that was a solid 4 out of 5. There seemed to be something from start to finish going on that whole race, and it was lovely to watch. I hope you had fun watching it along with me. I will be back in 2 weeks' time, or 13 days' time, really, at Las Vegas. Should be a great race under the lights, along the strip. Yeah, should be great. Will be pivotal for the championship. It could be that we leave Las Vegas and Max is out. It could be that we leave Las Vegas and Max is in. It could be that we leave the Las Vegas and Piastri is totally dead. Or, championship-wise, not being morbid, Piastri championship could be totally dead. Or he could even be leading. You never know. Everything's on the table. No pun intended. Everything's on the table. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fascinating to watch for the run in from here. Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. Not long to go. I can't wait to see who's going to be the champion this year. I get the feeling we're looking at and talking right now in Lando Norris. Either way, hope you had fun. I will be back in Vegas. Like I said, I shall see you all then. Yeah, that's it. Time for some fucking